Okay, Laura, I think we are live.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, hello. It is Sunday afternoon on the 20th of March, and today we have a short video. We don't have any sprints coming up afterwards or discussions or anything, but we do have some book club stuff to talk about and then some new release stuff to talk about. And of course, if anyone has seen our latest video that posted yesterday regarding any of our shop updates, then you can feel free to ask any questions with us right now while we are live. We don't mind, but if you're watching this in replay, please feel free to put any in the comments as well. So how's your day been going, Laura? Any good reading or watching or sleeping?
Yeah. No, just working. I got up about like 7 and then I woke up again at 9:30 and I thought, okay, get up. So I've had a pot of coffee and I've been working on stuff for DoubleBookedCo most of the day. Talked to my mom and I am halfway through kind of watching Green Fingers, this British movie from the 90s.
Okay.
It's just a nice kind of feel good thing. So that's in the background while I'm working on DoubleBookedCo stuff. So
very nice.
Nice.
Very
Windows
nice.
are open. It's a beautiful day outside.
It
It's
is
like
nice.
70 almost here. It's crazy.
Oh, it's not that nice here.
Yeah, it's really warm. Like, holy cow. So yeah, how was your day?
Really slow. I have been sleeping most of the day. I've been kind of slow going today, but so just getting a lot of rest and picking things up here and there. I still have been, you know me, there's never a day that I don't get anything done. So I've done dishes and I've done the laundry, but very slow going. It's like in really long intervals, like right away in the morning and then like a huge 5-hour nap and then some more. But yeah, just really tired, just really trying to set back and relax. I did get some reading done today too. I did read some more in our book club book, Green Glass House. So I did get some of that read, which is good. And we were just kind of discussing that a little bit. For those of you who are in our book club and you have been reading, I mentioned this in the Voxer group too, like feeling like what makes a middle grade book? Is it just the characters? Is it, you know, the content, the reading level? I know it's probably a combination of all, but for this one, it just feels odd because for me, especially, I think the chapter lengths are just way too long. I was telling you, Laura, they're like 30 pages long, and that's just entirely way too long for a middle grade book for me. That's a long for a regular adult book. So I've been having some trouble with that just because, you know, when you're contemplating how much longer you want to read a book, you usually look at like how long the next chapter is. And when it's 30 pages long, I'm like, I'm out. So, but yeah, other than that, it's been a good day, just, you know, relaxing and trying to keep my feet up but still get stuff done because I can't. I have to get stuff done. I feel bad if I'm not doing something. So yeah. Well, shall we, since we're on the topic of the book club, shall we talk about our polls? Because recently we had our voting of our April picks, and those were our Tim O'Brien, July, William Kent Kruger, Ordinary Grace, and then again this Tender Land. What are we doing?
Well, I didn't check yesterday to check the final number, but I checked a couple of days ago, and it's pretty much a landslide. We'll be
July.
Yeah, you're right. That's it. No, it's this Tender Land by William Kent Kruger.
Yes.
So this is, I think, the fattest one. My copy is 450 pages. So this should be good. A nice kind of ease into summer. It's set in the summer in the 30s in Minnesota. There are some young kids, 3 or 4 young kids, I forget how many, they escape where they're staying and they go have an adventure on the Mississippi. So yeah, this should be really good and a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to reading this because I've never read him before, but I've only heard really amazing things. So yeah, excited. Intimidated by the size, but excited.
I have not ever read anything from him either, but I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah.
And even for a lot of the people who did vote, a lot of people said they have read this before or they read Ordinary Grace before. And comparatively of the two, they said that this one is better of the two. So that's promising. The type size in mine and the length is a little,
I know.
But
one thing about
by.
Yeah, if you have any, if any of you out there are Book of the Month Club members, their type is really nice. Like, it's a nice size. It's comfortable to read. It's never, ever, ever too small. So that makes me really excited. I'm like, oh, this is really nice and comfortable for my old eyes. I don't have to wear my glasses to read all the time. But then,
in case any of you are wondering or you're interested and you have a library card and your library has Hoopla, which is a digital platform, this is actually on there as an audiobook. So I might actually be listening to this in audio, as April may be a little bit busy for me. So I'm glad that I found that. They also have Ordinary Grace as an audiobook. So just in case anyone was interested in that. So, well, good. That'll be fun for April. And we'll get into that later. If you're looking for the schedule of what we're going to be doing for our book club, like I mentioned earlier in the video, we did post an update video yesterday. That's up on our channel that has information about how the months will lay out and when we will discuss This Tender Land. So that should be good. Well, shall we move on to some fun stuff?
Yeah, let's do some bookmarks.
Awesome. So, of course, we have our new products for this round. Again, we are just doing bookmarks during from now through June, as I will be unable to do any of the shipping. So we have moved all of that inventory to Laura. So we have just 2 new collections of bookmarks today. And as we are coming up to the Easter holiday, we will be sharing some Easter bookmarks first with you. So I'm going to do my share screen because it's been working out so well. And it looks like Debbie mentioned just about the book. It's surprised how quick a read, and it moves really fast. That's great news.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you, Debbie.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that.
I feel better.
Yeah.
Not that I can't read books that big, or I haven't, but still, it's sort of like, oh boy.
Yes,
it's
exactly. So unknown. Okay, so here we're sharing. We're seeing me here. Okay, so these are our Easter bookmarks. We have some really fun ones here, just a couple, but we have some wonderful white background with some Easter eggs, all dyed different colors. I don't know about you, Laura, but I always remember dyeing eggs at Easter time and just having a lot of fun with the white crayon and trying to like draw something and not knowing what it's really going to look like until after you colored them.
We use rubber bands to put a rubber band around it, too.
Yep. Yeah. I have noticed a lot of people, or not a lot of people, I've noticed a lot on Facebook, there's this new method of like using whipped cream and food coloring and like putting in there, and then it like colors it that way, kind of like a tie-dye. I don't know if I'll try that anytime soon. I won't be doing it this year, but it does look really cool. It does look really cool. And then we have 2 teal-backed bookmarks, like a light teal. So one, you have a bunch of different Eastery things, hot air balloon, bunnies, carrots, that kind of stuff. And then the other is the last one there, which are some bunnies and flowers. And then, of course, we have the really pretty floral. So if you're looking for a bright, springy bookmark, that one definitely fits the bill there. I love the bright yellow. And you can see all of our bookmarks are double-sided, so you will always get double the fun with our bookmarks. They're all double-sided, 7 by 2 inches, laminated. So you can see with the white-backed colored eggs, they come with a really pretty floral backing with some yellow, a little lighter yellow. I wouldn't say it's like bright yellow. And then with the Eastery bookmarks with the hot air balloons and whatnot, you have a purple background that's kind of like got that plaid crisscross with the white and darker purple. So definitely those pastels in this collection. And then that really bright yellow, has this really nice green background with polka dots. And then if you can see on the bunny head bookmarks, the backside are little carrots, which I think are so cute. So those are a really great collection if you're looking something for Easter. And even if you're just really into spring, I think they're a great offering for that time as well. I end up using bookmarks all year round, no matter what season they are.
Me too.
It just depends on my mood. So, yeah. Then this next collection is outstanding. So this is like a Pyrex or in the kitchen collection. You can see it's these old vintage Pyrex dishes. The first there you can see is like little teacups, very bright colors, these reds, teals, blues. And then if you can see the next bookmark there has a few women in aprons, and they're holding different dishes. I just absolutely beautiful. I'm going to see if I can zoom in. I'm not quite sure. Let's rotate. Oh, here we go. Zoom. So we're just going to zoom in. If you can see, so we have here like these women in the aprons, and one, so she's got a turkey here. We have like a cake here. She's got a pot of something and she's tasting it. This woman here too. So just really amazing. And then surrounding them, they have all sorts of little like pies and utensils and little foods. I love these bookmarks so much. They are so darn cute. The middle one there you can see is kind of like that crisscross of the fork and knife. And then the next one, we have a bunch of different aprons and utensils surrounding the bookmark. And then the very last one you can see are stacked Pyrex dishes. If anyone is a Pyrex collector, I know when I go to Goodwill, anytime I find Pyrex and it's something that, you know, is unique, I try to pick it up. But they're few and far between because there are some major collectors out there for sure. Yeah, really. And of course, all of our bookmarks, they are double-sided. So you're going to have a really cool background for all of them. You can see this like 60s, 70 decor on all of the backs. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's very mid-century stuff.
Yes. So you can see here on the teacups, we have that like, you remember when we were kids when we would have like the beads?
Beaded curtains.
You'd hang. Yeah. That's what this reminds me of. But it's just so retro, I would say is the word I would use for the backing of these. It's just very awesome and so colorful. These bookmarks are very bright, which I love. So you definitely get double your money on these double-sided bookmarks. You can add a tassel to any bookmark. We kind of just put whatever matches, unless you have a preference. You just message us and let us know. I would like a blue bookmark or a black bookmark or whatever it is that you would like. On our little mini peoples, we have another retro-looking backing.
Yeah, it looks like tile. I mean,
almost, yeah,
like tile.
Yeah, in the kitchen kind of stuff. Those fork and knives have really cute polka dots. So the blues and the reds there. And then the apron has this like plaid, which I love. I love this color combination. It's just so awesome. I was blown away when I saw this paper that you found. And I just, it's so cool. Like these are great for like your cookery books, your cookbooks in the kitchen, finding your favorite recipe and kind of putting that in there. I love these. They're just awesome. Very, very cool. And then our final one here. This one's probably one of my favorites just because I love Pyrex dishes. So seeing them all kind of stacked up in here kind of reminds me of like when you go to grandma's house and you just open up her cabinet and you just see all of them in there.
Yep.
I'm sure at some point Tupperware will have that same feeling for people. I start to see Tupperware collections and I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember having that when I was a kid. So yeah, and this has just a really nice, simple floral white background. So a little bit of dark on one side, a little bit of light on the opposite side. So very, very fun. Very excited about that collection. So Yeah, I just love those bookmarks. They're just so awesome. So I hope that those find their way into a few homes soon because they're just so cute.
I know.
And the
All those
Easter ones,
patterns
of
of those
course,
kitchen
too.
ones. Yeah, those
What's that?
kitchen patterns. The kitchen
Yes.
pattern ones, it's like a lot like my kitchen was originally. So my house was built in the 30s. And even though they used a yellow tile backsplash by the sink, because that extras my bathroom is yellow, the wallpaper and everything was white and red and blue with black. That was my entire kitchen through the 40s and 50s. So
Nice.
it's like very authentic to that like early mid-century kind of time. I mean, it just, yeah, totally grandma's house. Literally grandma's house looks just like that, you know?
Yeah, and I have a lot of red stuff for my kitchen. Like my teapot is red, my KitchenAid mixer is red. I had a lot of red stuff when I lived alone. Like my toaster was red, my Keurig was red, everything was red.
Yeah.
And I never liked red as a color, but for a kitchen, it's like that. It's like red. You need to have red. And it must be that. It must be like an ingrained thing of like the old retro 70s style of just like it's gonna be red. But yeah, those are the two collections of bookmarks that we'll have. Those will drop by tomorrow by 10 a.m. It'll actually be a little bit earlier as I do have to travel. I'm doing some work at my past job. They need some help with some payroll needs. So I will actually drop all of those a little bit sooner. So that'll be nice. But yeah, those will drop tomorrow, which is Monday, March 21st. And then those will be available to you. Again, all of our bookmarks are double-sided. You can add a tassel to any bookmark, and then those will be available. Does anyone who's here, I know we dropped our update video yesterday. Does anyone have any questions regarding any of that information that was shared yesterday? If you're watching this in replay, please feel free to put any of those questions in the comments and we will be happy to answer those. But as we're live right now, if you do have any questions, please feel free to ask while we're here and we can certainly answer those. If you were to pick a favorite in those two collections, what would you pick?
Oh boy. I think for the Easter ones, I actually really like the eggs a lot.
Yeah.
And then for the kitchen, oh, that's hard. I think I like the Pyrex stacks the most.
Yeah.
There's such variety in those stacks too. I mean, I just like them all. How about you?
I really like the eggs, but I really like the bunny heads with the carrots on the back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just love the little carrots because they're just so cute. And then for the Pyrex ones, I do like the Pyrex stacks, but I think I like the little people with like the little like their serving stuff one. I like those ones. And I like the backing that looks like the hanging beads.
Yeah.
So those are ones that I kind of like. And yes, Debbie, that would be a great idea to put those in cookbooks for gifts. That'd be a great idea. Yep. Yeah. Okay, well, that's really all we have for you today. Very quick video.
Short.
So again, if you have any questions and you're watching this in replay, please feel free to put those in the comments. We, no pun intended, we're an open book. So we don't mind answering those questions as long as they're, you know, obviously things we can share. But again, in case you missed that video, now through June, only our bookmarks and our stickers will be available. All of our other bookish gifts have been paused for the time being, as it was just easier to send Laura with the inventory that was less bulky. Otherwise, she'd have a whole layer of, there's so much stuff.
Yeah,
so,
that's a lot of stuff.
It is a lot of stuff. So we didn't want to close everything down completely, but thankfully we were able to move our bookmark inventory, so you will still have access to that with no issues. So yay. Okay, well, it doesn't look like there's any questions coming through. I'm all set for this afternoon. Awesome. Is there anything you wanted to share, Laura?
No, nothing really. I mean, I guess if you guys order something in the next 2 months, it might look a little different because I'm doing it and Dani's not. We'll still get out at the same time, of course, and you can, of course, ask the same questions. You shouldn't be able to tell much of a difference, but please bear with me as I'm figuring stuff out for the first time, mailing stuff.
Oh, you'll be just fine. You're too hard on yourself. It'll be just fine.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. No, you're gonna do just fine. Okay, well, friends, thank you so much for joining us. Again, our book for April is This Tender Land by William Kent Kruger. We will see you again in
next week.
2 weeks. Next week?
Next week for the discussion for Green Glass House.
The live discussion, you're right. So if you're joining us for Green Glass House, we'll be discussing that next week. But until then, I hope you guys are having a great afternoon. Enjoy the weather if it's nice by you. And yeah, see you later.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.